Welcome to the biology class. In this video, we are going to discuss about the following topics: transpiration, root pressure, phloem transport, ascent of sap. In hot sunny day, when we stand under the tree, how do we feel? Really, we will be happy because the temperature below the tree is lower than that of the surrounding. What is the reason? Let us see. Plants absorb water from the soil. From the root, the water is transported through xylem to all the plant parts. Plant uses the absorbed water for photosynthesis and other activities. Plants use a small amount of water. The remaining water is lost through the aerial parts. This is called as transpiration. Water is lost from the leaves. There is evaporation of water takes place from the leaves. This is called as transpiration. As shown in this diagram, we have to cover the shoot system of a plant with a plastic bag and keep the setup under sunlight for few hours. We will observe the water droplets on the surface of plastic bag. This is because of transpiration. What is transpiration? Loss of water from aerial parts of a plant. Water is lost in the form of water vapor. A leaf has minute openings on the surface called as stomata. A stomata has central opening called as stoma. Around the stoma, there are two guard cells. The central opening is stoma. Stoma is covered by two kidney-shaped guard cells. The guard cells only control the opening and closure of the stomata. At daytime, stomata opens. At night, stomata gets closed. Stomata open in the day and closed at night. How does this happen? The opening and closing of the stomata is due to the change in the turgidity of the guard cells. When water moves into the guard cells become turgid. The turgidity increases, so the guard cells become bulged. At the time, stomata opens. When water comes out of the guard cells, the turgidity decreases, the stomata closes. When water enters into the guard cells, they become turgid and the stoma opens. This diagram shows a open stomata. When the guard cells lose water, it becomes flaccid and the stoma closes. Flaccid means shrink. This is the open stomata. Here the guard cells are turgid. When the guard cells become flaccid due to loss of water, the stomata becomes closed. That occurs at night. This is closed stomata. A leaf has upper epidermis and lower epidermis. We have learned that in the unit 12, in between the upper epidermis and lower epidermis, mesophyll is present. The lower part of the mesophyll has spongy parenchyma. The spongy parenchyma cells have a lot of air space. This part of the mesophyll has evaporation of water. Water evaporates from the mesophyll and water leaves through stomata. As a result of this, a low water pressure is created in the mesophil. From the mesophil, water moves out through stomata, so a low water pressure is created in the mesophil. Just think about osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water from higher water concentration to lower water concentration. So automatically water from the xylem moves into the mesophil. From the xylem, water moves into the mesophil. Actually, water flows through the veins and reach the xylem. Water flows through the vein of the leaves and reach the xylem. From the xylem, water moves into the mesophil, and through the stomata, water moves out of the plant. Since water is lost through the aerial parts, a pressure is created at the top of the plant. This pressure pulls the water from lower part to upper part. That is called as transpiration pull. As water is lost from the leaves, pressure is created at the top to pull more water from the xylem to the mesophil cells. This process is called transpiration pull. Water is lost from mesophil cells, that creates suction pressure at the top, or pull is created at the top, so water moves from lower part of the plant to upper part. Water moves from lower part of the plant to upper part. This causes continuous movement of water from soil to the root. This pressure extends up to the root, causing root to absorb more water from the soil, so that water continuously flow from the root to the leaves. Because of transpiration, water is lost from the leaves. It creates suction or transpiration pull. The transpiration pull causes movement of water from lower part of the plant to upper part. That causes continuous absorption of water by the roots, so that continuous flow of water from root to the leaves is maintained. Significance of transpiration. Transpiration is an important activity. The transpiration pull leads to transport of water from root to the aerial parts. Water is necessary for photosynthesis. Transpiration pull supplies water to cells. Along the movement of water, minerals also move from lower part to upper part. The lost water makes the surface of the leaves cool. The transpiration cools the surface of the leaves. Since there is movement of water, the water enters into the cells, so cells become turgid. The shape of the cells are maintained. If there is no flow of water into the cells will shrink. Here, because of transpiration, water moves into the cells, so the shape of cells are maintained. These are the significance of transpiration. Water from the lower part of the plant moves to the upper part because of transpiration pull. As a result of this, there is continuous absorption of water by root. As water continuously flows into the xylem, a pressure is created inside the xylem, that is called as root pressure. As mineral ions from the soil are actively transported into the xylem tissue of the root, water moves along and increases the pressure inside the xylem. This pressure is called root pressure. This root pressure is responsible for pushing water upward to some extent. The pressure created inside the root causes movement of water to some height. Phloem, transport food material. Leaves prepare the food material by photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, sugars are produced. The sugars are transported through phloem to the needed areas. A growing part of the plant needs food supply, that is supplied from leaves to the needed areas. Fruits, and tubers like potato, carrot are the storage parts. Food from the leaves are transported to storage parts also. Phloem transports food from the leaves to area of requirement or the storage area. Here this diagram shows sieve tubes. Sieve tubes are important components of phloem. Sieve tubes carry food material from leaves to other areas. Sieve tubes are cells. The end wall of sieve tube cells have sieve plates. Sieve plate is a end wall that has holes or minute openings. This is the end wall of a sieve tube showing sieve plate. The end wall has many holes called a sieve plate. Through the sieve plate, cytoplasm communicates to the nearby cell. Cytoplasmic strands pass through the pores in the sieve plates. Through the cytoplasmic strands, food material is transported. Phloem transports food, that is sucrose, from the source to the sink. The sucrose dissolves in water. It is transported from source to the sink. Source is the area where the supply begins. So leaves are the source areas where food is produced. Sink are the needed areas. A growing part may be a needed area, a growing root or growing shoot, and the storage organs like fruits and tubers also need the supply of food. So from the sink, that is leaf, to the needed areas, leaf is a source, the needed areas are sink. From the source to the sink, phloem transports food material. Here the movement is upward as well as downwards. A potato is underground. From the leaves, food is transported to the potato. Here the movement is downwards. The growing part needs food. From the leaf, the food is transported upwards. So the movement of food through the phloem is bidirectional, whereas the movement of water and minerals through xylem is unidirectional, that is lower part to higher part. Ascent of sap. What is sap? Mineral salts mixed with water is called as sap. Ascent means upward movement. Upward movement of water and mineral salts is called as ascent of sap. Ascent of sap takes place because of some forces. The first one is root pressure. Water from the soil enters the root hairs due to osmosis. There is continuous flow of water into the root. So a pressure is created inside the xylem. This is called a root pressure. This root pressure transports water up to the base of the stem, not up to the greater height. Root pressure transports water up to the base of the stem. Look at this picture. Here there are 3 capillary tubes. Capillary tubes are kept inside a beaker. We can see the upward movement of fluid through the capillary tube. This is because of a physical force called as capillary action. Water or any liquid rises in a capillary tube because of physical forces. This is called as capillary action. Due to the capillary action, to some extent, water moves upwards. Because of capillary action in stem, water rises up to certain height. The third one is transpiration pull. Now let us see how transpiration pull causes movement of water. Before that, we have to understand the terms adhesion and cohesion. Adhesion is the attractive force between water molecules and the cell wall of xylem cells. Cohesion is the attractive force among water molecules. The force of attraction between molecules of water is called as cohesion. Because of cohesion, the water molecules join together. Molecules stick to the xylem because of adhesion. Water molecules form continuous column in the xylem. Water molecules form a continuous column in the xylem because of adhesion and cohesion. The continuous water column moves upwards because of transpiration pull. Because of transpiration pull, the continuous water column moves upwards. Transpiration through stomata creates vacuum, which creates a suction called transpiration pull. Because of osmosis, water enters into the root hair cells, and root pressure causes the movement of water up to the base of the stem, and capillary action makes the water move upwards little. Because of adhesion and cohesion, a water column is created. Because of adhesion and cohesion, water column is created. The water column moves upwards because of transpiration pull. Osmosis causes transfer of water through root hair cells. Root pressure makes the water reach the base of the stem. Because of capillary action, water moves. The water column moves upwards due to transpiration pull.